Hello and welcome to your core connection. This is Regina with our all level workout for women in midlife. So we just want to walk in place right here to start warming up the body. And you can go forward and backward a little bit as well. Start to have that engagement and that awareness with your pelvic floor and your low belly. We want alignment here. So ears, shoulders, and hips are aligned instead of pitching the body forward. Keep that tall posture. It forces your abs to work, which is the whole purpose of this class, is for that core connection. All right. And I'll keep up with the time. If you'd like to put on your music of choice, feel free to go ahead and do so. I'll put a little music on for myself. And we will be adding some moves in here that will facilitate the engagement and the strengthening of the obliques, the front and the back, the low abs. Everything we're doing is working into the glutes and the low back as well. Every time you lift a leg, bending the knee, bringing it up, even in this gentle walk right here, you are using pelvic floor and low belly and your low back and your glutes. So keep it going. This is just I just lost our time. There it is. All right, let's go into a low kick. So that little walk that we started with is something you can do anytime you don't want to do whatever else we're doing, right? So if you just keep that steady walk going in keeping it in that low intensity range for the heart rate, you're still working. You're getting what you need. So honor that. And as much as you can, come along with me for the rest of the moves that we'll be doing. And this little blue thing hanging from the ceiling, that's my yoga swing. I get it up as high as I can, but sometimes it's still in our um, workouts, and I just can't get it up any higher sometimes. Um, challenges just kind of reduce my ability to get it up higher. So it's not anything wrong. It's just a part of my practice space. I let it down when I want to invert and decompress my spine. I also use it to either sit or lie in and swing to help soothe the nervous system and to bring me into a state of not just calm, but ease, where it helps me to go to sleep sometimes. All right, we're going into that walk again. We'll be doing some lateral moves side to side because that's an important way to work all of the leg. So in our everyday lives, we do a lot of forward movement. Some of us are fortunate enough to incorporate some backward movement, but most of us don't have activities in our day-to-day lives that take us side to side. So let's do that now. Just step tap, a couple of more, and then we're going to go into a double step. Right here, two steps, two steps. Now, if you have more room and you want to do more than two steps, feel free to. Just make sure you're doing equal each direction. And let's go back to our walk. This workout can be done with bare feet if that's what you prefer. All right, we're going into a little side crunch here, keeping that right leg coming up, front and back. Crunch, 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 crunch. Anything we're doing, if you want something to help you be stable, feel free to move yourself against a wall or into a corner or some object that will help you stabilize. Switching sides. So your deep core runs along the inner leg from the inside of the large toe up the inner leg. It dives under the hip bones on each side and attaches to the front of your spine, right around the low back region. One more each direction. Back to your walk. Woo! All right, plant your feet. We're going into a bob and weave. So it's just down and up, popping up on the other side. Now, if you want, you can reach across, and this is going to work those obliques even more. Good. One more each side, and back to your walk. So you want to be winded enough that you wouldn't be able to sing, but not so much that you can't talk. That's a pretty good range to be in for a steady state, low intensity workout. Keep walking. And if you need to get your heart rate up a little bit, you can go a little faster or you can move through the arms more. We'll check mine. Or if you need to reduce intensity, walk slower and or reduce the amount of movement in your arms. All right, we're going into a standing contralateral, which means alternating sides, arm and leg extension right here. So it's right arm, left leg, right arm, right leg. And you can just tap the toes back or you can kick through the heel. You want a long spine here, so we reach down through the tailbone, lengthen it, and reach through the crown of your head. We don't want to crunch into the low back. and back to your walk. So that works this low back and in the glutes. I mean, you're getting into your shoulders some as well, but at the back of the thigh, the hamstrings, all of that is working there. And then your core is stabilizing you as you extend. So you're working into this low belly and you're lengthening the psoas muscles. So all in all, that is a great move to do. We'll be going into our high knees and we'll be adding a little twist. Sorry, I needed to check that. All right. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee up. Maybe this is all you do is just lift and tap the opposite hand. Maybe you create a 90-degree angle at your elbows and keep the forearms parallel to the floor and twist. Or maybe you take the hands all the way to the other hip. Find the range of motion that works for you. Every time we balance, we're using the abs. Again, if there's a challenge with balance, back yourself to a wall or into a corner. Almost finished here. Back to your walk. We'll go into a grapevine in about 15 seconds. So a quick demo is just step to the side, step behind, step, and tap. Step behind, step, tap. Keep walking. And here we go. Step behind, step, tap, behind, step, tap. Step, tap, step, tap. Step, tap. Get a little deeper in your legs if you want more. You're almost there. And back to your walk. So that works that inner outer leg, which is so important. Keep it walking, moving through your arms as much as you need to keep your heart rate up. We're not looking for that maximum heart rate. We just want to stay in that steady state, low intensity, which is about 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. So when you know that, you can calculate it. If you're not real sure, if you just do a little Google search on steady state, low intensity heart rate, steady state, low intensity heart rate, you'll get a chart and that'll give you an idea. But really, that's not essential. If you are doing these workouts and you're able to have a carry on a conversation, but not sing, then you're in a safe place. You just don't want to be strolling along with such a low pace slow pace that you're not getting the heart rate up at all. All right, plant the feet. We're going into kicks. Now you can keep it low. You could do a toe tap or a heel tap. If you do the heel tap, get a little dig in there, pressing down into the heel. Or you can lift and kick a little low or a little higher, your choice. Now we want more of that core engagement, so punch opposite arm. Keeping the pelvic floor lifted, not tight, just engaged. Back to your walk. Woo, I felt those. In 15 seconds, we're going to do a little quick cardio burst. So it's just going to be a little quick, quick feet. You can do them in place. You can move. It's up to you. But your goal is to go as quickly as you can for just this one little cardio burst. Here we go. Nice and quick. Core is engaged. Low back is lengthened. Shoulders down. There is a little hinging forward at the hips. Moving quickly, quickly, quickly. Walk it out if you need to. We have 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. And if you need to go a little slower for a moment, do so. Good job there. I only planned one of those, but we could always finish with one at the end if you wanted. So we have just about 5 more minutes of work here, and then we'll cool it down. All right, we are step wide and back to narrow. Wide, narrow, wide, narrow, wide, narrow, wide, narrow. March in time and place. Switch the leg you start with. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Keep breathing. Back to your walk. All right, we're going to work obliques again. We're also going to work the outer hip and into the glutes. So quick demo, you're going to want to be somewhere where you can stabilize, right? And you're going to bend the left knee. We're going to lift to the side. We'll be on one side for 30 seconds, and then we'll switch. Not yet. Yeah, if you want more intensity, I'll give you some options when we get there. So go ahead and plant your feet. Going to start with your right leg. Lift, right? You can do this. If you want more, lift the arm and pull it down. Stay steady on that standing hip. Switch sides. Out to the side. One more. Back to your walk. Ooh, feeling those. All right, we've done our kicks forward. We've done some side lifts. We have two other directions to go. That's going to be to a kick back. Not yet. I got 10 more seconds. We'll be doing a kick back, and then we'll have a sweep across, but only one at a time. All right, set it up. Right leg, kick, kick. Long spine. Almost there. 10 seconds. And switch. Almost there. Keep the navel toward the spine. Tailbone elongated. Shoulders down. 10 seconds. Ooh wee. And walk it out if you can. Ow. That'll get into that low back and the back of the hips for sure. All right. We have one more exercise and our walks, and then a little stretch. And we're almost finished. Just a little more than 5 minutes left. All right, while you're walking, stabilize as needed. You're going to lift the right leg out and you're just going to sweep, tap and sweep. Okay? Not yet. All right, right here, planted, engage the core, right leg. Let me step back a little bit and swing, swing, swing. Good. If you don't need anything to stabilize, you can have the hands rest at the heart. That helps you to balance, or one at the heart, one at the belly. 10 more seconds. We'll switch sides, working that inner leg a little more. Switching sides. Spread your toes. So you're really activating the deep core. Almost there, y'all. You're at that home stretch. And we walk it out. Slow this walk down. So we're moving into our cool down. Yes, we are. And we'll do a little stretch. Ooh wee. All right. You're going to set the right foot forward with the toes in the air. Bend the left knee. Right knee is straight. Hinge from your hips. And you can keep your hands on your hips, slide to the thighs or even down to the lower legs. Just no pressure on the knees themselves. Inhale up. You're going to set that foot, lengthen the left leg back, heel down or up, your choice. Actually, let's do a little release into that calf. So you're going to lower and lift. And then lower the heel if you can. Hips move forward. Great job. Should be very proud of yourself. And then we'll step that leg up. You're going to bend the knee, slide the hand down to the ankle, lower the knee, pull the knee in next to the right one. Engage the core, stand tall. And shake that out. And let's switch. So left leg is forward, the toes are up, the right knee bends, hinge from the hips. Inhale the body up. And coming into our lunge, the back heel is up. We're going to lower it and lift it. And then lower and hold, moving the hips forward. And then we will shorten the stride. We're going to take that right knee up, slide the hand down the shin, take the ankle, lower the knee. So it should be alongside your left. Keep your form here. And exhale, release, shake it out. All right, we're going to cross right knee in front of left. Inhale the right arm, extend towards your left, stretching out your right side. Feel free to circle the arm around a little bit if your shoulder needs more movement. Inhale back to center, and let's switch sides. Inhale, exhale. Maybe circle that arm. And release. Shake it out. Let me stop that timer. Big inhale. As you exhale, hands slide to heart. Cross your arms. Give yourself a good hug. Say thanks for showing up. You deserved every bit of that workout and all of the great vibes that go with it. All right, big inhale. Fill up on loving kindness for yourself. Remember that your body hears everything your mind thinks. Exhale to heart. And may we share loving kindness generously with others. We're all priceless. Namaste. See you again soon. Make sure you get some more stretching in. Maybe hit one of our gentle or our yin class recordings, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and if you're not on our newsletter, you are missing out. So click the link below, get on that. You get all kinds of free goodies and tips and nuggets and things that you don't get elsewhere. All right, bye-bye.